live stream. Okay. All right. Maybe we are. Hold up. I don't know, Talon. Something went wrong. So I've been having this issue too with this. Um, it's not for some reason. Okay. We are live on YouTube. I just had to pull it up real
Oh,
quick.
okay.
Yeah. So okay, we are. So yeah, we're in. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that was a kind of weird. Usually my intro would play. I haven't uploaded my intro to this thing yet. I haven't figured out how to do it because I'm not the smartest guy in the world when it comes to this. So if anybody knows how to do that, hit me up for sure. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's an absolute honor to sit down with my friend and the legend, Talon Hanson, motocross. Man, I'm gonna tell you right now, Talon, that's the best sport, one of the best sports in the world, and it's one of the most physical sports in the probably the most physical sport in the world for sure.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, definitely.
100%. But man, dude, how you doing? It's been a while. We're here. We're back again. You say you're at your future sister in law's house because you guys got a
Power
uh,
shower.
bridal shower. There you go. I had a brain fart there
Power
for a
shower.
minute,
Yeah.
Talon. Well,
Long
good.
day. Long day.
How's the family, bro?
Good. Yeah, family's good. We're summer, so getting some time at the campground. Go camping when we're not racing, fishing. Um, the whole 9 yards. Spend a lot of time outside in nature, which is pretty nice and just relaxing.
But we always want to go racing.
We always want to go racing.
I
Yes, we
always
do.
want to go racing.
Every weekend.
That's right. Nothing like spending time with the family is the most important thing. It's good to sit back and relax and have that disconnect when life is so hectic and so busy, like you are, my friend. Because not only are you a professional racer, you're a full time dad, you got a full time job, you're constantly on the go, whether it's training, working, the whole nine. How do you personally? Uh, do you find it easy to juggle, or has it taken some time to adjust to everything?
It took time. Yeah, it was hard to kind of figure everything out for a little bit, but yeah, now that the kiddo's getting older, um, yeah, it's just she always wants to spend time with dad, and I miss her. I'm gone pretty much all day working, so um, yeah, you got to balance it. Usually, I go to work, and then after work, I'll come home, and when she goes to bed, when the wife goes to bed, then I go to the gym. I'll go work out. That's usually like 9 o'clock at night. So I'll work out until I'm done, and then there's certain nights of the week that after work I'll just go ride, get my riding in. So it kind of balances out. Got to have those days.
You got to, right? It's like when the cat's away, the mice will play, right? Everybody's in bed, let's go play.
Yeah,
It's yeah, man. I totally understand that one
absolutely.
for sure. It makes it easier in a way, I guess. Some it was a real trick, and mind struggle for me when I first really started doing this podcast because it really consumed me, right? Because I'm so excited and get to talk to everybody, and I kind of put forgot everything
Hmm.
else. It's easy to get lost in it. Um,
Yep.
so the juggling act of splitting up my time and not always being on the phone or answering messages or doing business chats or whatever sponsors or whatever it is, it's definitely been a huge juggling act. It's good that I have a good support system here that stands behind me 100%. They get aggravated every once in a while, right? I don't blame them. But yeah, it's just it's good, man. It's good to have that good support system. But enough about all that. Talent. Here we are. Let's talk about the 2025 season. The first time we sat down, we heard all about your proper mega journey, and it was one heck of a journey too, my friend. Um, so here we
Mhm.
are, 2025. Is it coming up halfway point for your guys' season?
Yeah, we just crossed that. So we basically go until, well, in Wisconsin we race until I think beginning of October. So I think my last race is end of September. But yeah, we're close. Couple more months of well, 3 more months of racing, and then that's it.
Then we started all over again.
Pretty much, yeah. Figure out what to do in the winter, and 'cause every winter it's just I take like 6 or 7 months off because of the snow. So kind of hoping you can figure something out for that.
Oh,
So
100%. And me and you were talking a little bit early, actually, but before we went live, and we are talking about a little bit of the differences of motocross and road racing, right? Where most 95% of people road racing pretty much pay for the ride, right? Back in the day,
yeah,
obviously it wasn't nothing like that. People actually made a living. Most of them road racers. There was club racers that were making a living club racing, right? Um, Now it just
yep,
seems odd the way that things have turned to where, it used to be when a sponsor, or I call them friendships, approach you, like, I want to come up to you telling, hey, I want to sponsor you. Here's, $10,000. Here's my shirt. Here's my stickers, wear 'em proudly, social media, all that.
mm,
Now it's, you got to pay to represent their shirt and ride their bike and all their brands. Motocross is not like that. You
yep,
guys actually still make some type of money racing.
yep, yeah. It all depends. So like, there are people that I don't know a lot of people, but I know people that do pay. There are certain teams you paid, for you're basically leasing bikes, mechanic, you get a parts allowance. There's some of that, but I found like personally, I just have really good friendships. You would say, got really good friendships with some amazing companies, and I can offer them what they need, what they're looking for, advertising, and there's ways to make money for people out there. And a lot of the guys, like, yeah, you look at the top guys in the sport, they're making millions of dollars. You go to Canada, the top guys are making six figures. So there's a good chunk of people that make money, and then there's the people like you say in road racing where they they're paying.
Yeah, it's not cheap neither, right? So a normal, you guys in motocross, you guys have track days, sort of like road racing does, where we can sign up for a track day weekend and go out there, basically like a test and tune kind of deal.
Yeah, like public tracks you can come and just they'll have a ride day. I guess the nice thing with us with racing is, like, I went and rode Monday after work. I did a 50-minute moto. The township, the town's called Republic. So the township actually owns a motocross track. You can go there whenever you want and go ride. So yeah,
Nice.
like we got it really nice. Like, I know a bunch of people around, buddies of mine, that have tracks, so I can go ride after work. Where you guys actually have to have track days to go and test, because it's not like you have a road race track in someone's backyard.
I wish in my backyard, right? Let's just be honest, right? Same thing with you. You wish you had a motor track, motocross track in your backyard, Um,
Yep. Oh, I wish.
maybe one day when I hit the lotto, absolutely. You'll know. Listen, people, you'll know when I hit the lotto. Put it to you that way. Uh, and the
There'll be
track
signs.
dude, right? And the track I'd have in my backyard town would be Cadwell Park. It'd be an exact replica of Cadwell,
Hmm.
110%.
Oh yeah.
Um, what track would what track would you have in your backyard?
Boy, there's so many of them that I like. Um, there's a track by my house called well, there's Valley Raceway. That's really right by my house. It's literally in a valley on a farmland. Dude, a beautiful track. I love that track. If I could have that in my backyard, I would. Same thing. There's a Xmas. It's called Christmas Motorsports Park in Christmas, Michigan. Like, those two tracks, I would love to have those in my backyard if I could. They're just the perfect motocross track.
I love it, man. It's you go to. I'm sure it's like this for you too. You come up to certain circuits or tracks, and you're like, man, I just don't gel well with this track. Um,
Yep.
but you're actually pretty quick there. And then at other tracks where you feel really comfortable, you tend to be a little bit slower, so to speak, right?
Hmm.
It's funny how that works.
Yeah. Yeah. You go to a track, it's got different soil. The jumps could be, the way they're built could be a little different. It just could be the tiniest little thing. The track could be overwatered by just a little bit, or it could be super dry, and you're just like, I don't feel comfortable you know, pushing it today. Or sometimes you go to a track and you're like, hey, I'm just feeling good, and they could be super gnarly, but you're just hitting all your marks. Yeah, it's odd how that works.
It really is. And again, so we are in 2025 season, approaching this season, coming into this year. Talon, did you have any expectations on yourself or certain goals that you wanted to achieve? And now that we're about midway through, have you achieved any of those?
Uh, I wanted to win races. I've been close. Um, but I wanted to win races. My plan, because just with the wedding and everything going on this year, I wanted to chase. I never chased the district championship, which is like the state championship. Never did. I never got to chase that. So I was like, oh, I want to win. My plan was 250A, which is your A class is like your pro class. That's where your level riders race. So my goal was to win that championship. So like right now I'm second in points doing that, and a part of that championship is the Superior Series, which is four tracks all in northern Wisconsin and the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. So yeah, second in points there. It took a while to get there though. Like, I struggled early on in the season. The first race that was my first time riding a track all year, and I felt really good. It was hard packed track, but then I got to the sandy stuff, which is all the tracks up where I live, and that's when I started struggling with. I'm on a 250. I haven't ridden a 250 in a while. That's my 350 I had last year. Like I had power to bail me out of things, and the 250 basically showed me, my corner speeds, my momentum. That it was dog water. It sucked. Um, so yeah, it's getting better every race. Every race I've gotten better. I'm usually happy after every race because I do see progress. But I'm not where I want to be yet. That's for sure. So I still haven't won a race. I want to win, but competition's stiff this year.
My friend, I have no doubt that you will be on that top box this season, 110%. Not only do you have the talent for it, man, you're coming back, and now you're in second place, right? You have all the determination and drive.
Mhm.
Yeah, my friend, it's good to see. Now, I told you that on our first podcast that we sat down together. And it's funny, you said coming from different tracks, whether it's soft, or hard, wet, a little bit wet, all that makes a huge difference in the way you guys approach the riding and racing, right? And speaking of the 250,
Right.
coming from a bigger bike down to the smaller bike, you know, coming to a smaller bike showed you where you were weak at on the bigger bike, right? As you said, like corner
Right.
speed, which would be roll speed for us,
Mhm.
right? And all that stuff. So,
Yep.
and I'm a big advocate on small bikes, dude. You need to be fast on a small bike. Then when you get to a big bike, all that's going to transition over. But when you take a step
Yep.
back, then it really shows you, okay, yeah, they're right. I really need to work on myself, right, on these parts of it. And it only
Yep.
just makes you stronger here and out there on the track at the same time.
Yep. Yeah. That's the one good thing about it is when I go to a big bike, at least I know. Like like riding a little bike, you got to be aggressive. You really got to beat the bike. You got to ride it a lot harder, but which is a not a bad thing. It's definitely helped me. It'll be a good thing when I get there.
Oh, for sure. So let me ask you this, coming from, because I grew up riding motocross, but I've never obviously at your level, right? So, is it a different approach racing the 250 versus that 350? Meaning, did you have to change your body position and your riding style to get the best out of it? Versus, like you said, I could be lazy on the bigger bike and pin the gas, and it gets me out of the certain situation.
Yep. Yeah, like the 350 was a 250F on steroids. It was just it was plenty enough to hang with the 450. Yeah, it's not as torquey as a 450. That's just a different animal, but the power delivery was different. Um, yeah, we're at 250. It's that my mindset's changed. I was riding it like a 350 because I still had that torque from the 350 to get me out of things, and the 250 is just you ain't there. It's like if you screw up a corner and you're trying to roll it in third gear, and you screw it up just a tiny bit, you're already well. Now you gotta shift down, and then you gotta get the RPMs back up to get going. So yeah, your riding style changes a little bit. Um, you definitely got to be a lot more aggressive on a 250F. But I really I didn't like it at first, but now I'm starting to like it because like I said, I see the progress, riding style, aggressiveness. That's all stuff I guess I lacked because I guess I was spoiled before. I had the power, now I don't. So yeah, it's been fun. No excuses. I just at the end of the day, you gotta be better and you gotta roll with the punches. So
100%, my friend. And is that something, Talon, that you had to dig deep down inside mentally to adjust yourself, or did you have any type of coaching to help you out um, achieve getting to where you are now in the 250?
um, no, it was I pretty much just had to tell myself it's you know different manufacturer, smaller bike. It's gonna take a little bit. Um, and I know like I still have the confidence. I know I can if I can get a start. I know the speed's there. I just got to get there. So um yeah, it's just one of those things where it's gonna take a little bit of time.
You'll be there, man. You'll get there. You're sitting second in the points right now, which is, dude. People listening to this and your competitors right now would kill to be in your spot right now. You know what I mean? So obviously you're doing something right. You know what I mean? Yeah. And how far back are you from your position at first?
Oh boy.
He said, "Oh boy."
Uh Probably like I gotta think
He's like,
like 70 points.
I mean, is is
Yeah,
is
because
that
I
sorry, Tyler.
yeah well yeah that yeah I think the guy beat me. He's a younger kid. I think he's 18, but he just turned pro. Um, super talented, super talented, and all like there's a lot of guys around here super talented, but he's got some other races going on. Like I don't think he's gonna go to the race next weekend. I'm not going either because I have an obligation. I'm going to Canada for the pro national, so I'm gonna miss two. That's 2 days right there. I'm gonna miss points on. Um, other than that, I think there might be one race weekend he's not there. That'll be a good place to make up. But basically, at that point, it's just I got to find a lot of speed. I mean, a lot of all the guys in the class are just ridiculously fast. So
Let me ask
we'll
you
get there.
this. Dude, you absolutely you will get there, my friend. I mean, you're almost there now, right? I mean, 70 points. I mean, let's just be honest. It sounds like a lot, but this is
Oh yeah.
racing and anything can happen, right? He could miss a race, God forbid he get injured and hurt, and the next thing you know, you're ahead by 4 points. Um, how does the point
hmm
structure work in your guys' class? In road racing, it's first 25, second 20, 18, and then so on and so forth down.
So for district points, it's if you win, it's 25 points. Um, for the Superior Series, they do it like pro racing. Pro racing is if you're perfect, 1-1 scores, that's 50 points. So you're scored basically it's 25 points for a moto win, and then they combine it. So the points is yeah, 25 points overall, but superior like pro racing. So they're similar in a way, but they're a little different.
Do you guys have bonuses too as well, depending on where you finish?
For district and superior, no. Like if you're within the, there's like a percentage I think that get money. So if you're in that percentage, you'll get money from the promoter, from the track. There'll be a purse. Other than that, like it's personal sponsors. If you have that set up, like I don't have that set up with mine. I used to with Doc Soda. I got a bonus for every podium I got in every class, but that was pre-COVID, and that was just. I mean, that was what I was doing for a living. I wasn't. I was just racing in 2019, 2018, end of 2018 and 2019, early 2020. I didn't have a job. That was my only job.
Living the
So that
dream.
was pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I was poor, and if I did need money, I was an Uber driver. So I would go work for like 4 hours and make $100, and okay, well that's $100 that'll feed me and pay my practice fee, pay the gas. I mean, life was simple. I lived in my truck for a long time, but that's what I had to do.
Yeah, I mean, people don't understand. They show up to the track and they see you with all your gear on and all these sponsors and all this, and they have an assumption. I wonder how much money this guy makes, but they don't know the backstory and the struggles that you had to go through to make it to where you are now, right? And that just shows you as who you are as a human and your determination and drive and love for this sport to really want to make it. Um, Speaks volumes, my
Right.
friend. Absolutely. People got to sacrifice a lot of things that, us normal fans have no idea because we just show up at the race, watch it live or watch it on TV or see your reports on Facebook or wherever, right? Um, it's those
Yep.
behind the scenes stories that actually speaks volumes of who you are as an actual person at the track and away from the track. Um, if that makes sense.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's racing gives you life lessons. I'm a firm believer in it. I went through when I went through. I mean, I had a job and I quit that job to go racing, and I wouldn't trade it for the world because it just taught me to be thankful for the littlest things. I was just happy to have gas in my fuel tank and money to go ride, and I was able to eat that night. So now it's when I transfer that to where I'm at now, where I've got a good job, and racing is. I've got a really good program with racing. The little things don't bug me so much. It's just like, oh, okay, I can overcome that. I went through a lot.
Absolutely, my friend. And speaking of that, are you do you like help any younger generations of motocross kids coming through, like giving back in any type of way to them, or is that something you'd like to do in the future?
I would like to do it in the future. I was doing that in 19 in some classes and helping out some. They're more like wood. They were a cross country racing family, and they wanted to learn a little bit about moto. So I was helping coach that. Um, but yeah, I've had people come up and ask me or say, "Hey, you should do some coaching," and I probably could. I could probably pursue it pretty heavily. I just haven't yet, but it is something I would like to do. I like giving advice. Um, I like giving advice to riders, especially guys that are like I'm 29, so I remember what it was like when I was 18 and getting into it, and I took advice from people that were older than me that were doing it. I like to give advice if people ask for it.
Oh, 100%. It's also helping the sport grow too as well, right? That's why
Right.
I sit down and talk to a lot of the future legends of our sports, what I call them, 10 years old, 9 years old, 11, 12, 13, 14. Because I mean, they're like, okay, Talon, in our paddock right now, if I take you to Moto America, I'm like, look, come on down to Virginia. You can stay with me at the house. I mean, you'll go Moto America the whole weekend. We'll walk through the paddock and I'll be like, okay, if we took everybody that's 25 years old and older out of our paddock right now, who are we left with? Maybe 10,
Mm.
15 people, maybe, right?
Yeah.
20 at most. So that's
Yep.
the future of our sport, right? That's why I like to interview a lot of the up and coming future legends is what I call them. It's hard for me to not to call them kids, right? But
Yeah.
I look at them as future legends because you never know. You just never know.
Yep.
Um, and I like to give the younger generation the exposure that all the household names are getting too as well, which to me is a big deal, and that's also helping the sport grow, just in my eyes, right? Also,
Yep.
obviously, focus on track day and club racing, men and women too, as well, and kids. Again, it's all collective, helping the sport grow and giving back. I've had a lot of friends that professionally, of course, road race and motocross racing, such as yourself.
Yep.
Legend, by the way, Talon, you're an absolute legend. And some of them do rider coaches too, as well. And they say they get just as much satisfaction as they do racing, as they do teaching. But it's different, right? Because you see the smiles and the gains that somebody else are doing that you're participating in and helping them. And you see that progression, it's just, it's a big, satisfaction pat on the back. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. It's like it's like you're living it again because you were once that kid getting it, and then you accomplished it, and now you're passing that on, and someone's doing it. So it's like, yeah, you kind of remember what it was like when you were that kid in his shoes. Yeah, I get that. That's pretty cool. Cool way
Yeah.
to look at it.
Yeah, I mean, we all starting out. I mean, I road race, but I didn't do it very long. I knew pretty quick. I'm like, dude, this is super expensive, and I'm not gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be. It's one of those. You got to be honest with yourself. So yeah, of course I did track days, but I love helping people. Um,
Yep.
so a buddy of mine, Talon, I worked with. This has been a couple years ago. Never rid a bike before. He's like, dude, Simco, I want to buy a bike. What should I get? I'm like, he's a big dude, right? Like he's 6'5" or six. I mean, he was tall, probably 240, 50 pounds. Obviously, he's not going to get a 3 or 400. Let's just be honest, right? So he ended up
Yeah.
buying a CBR 600, had it delivered to my house. The guy dropped it off in his truck. Of course, I looked at it before he bought it, yada, yada, yada. So he comes over. Within 20 minutes, I had him doing laps around the neighborhood. Never even ridden before, right? And I'm smiling. Dude, I felt so good, And then 4 hours into it, dude, he's back and forth, stopping, just, all the basic stuff, looking through the corners, not target fixation, basically anything you can teach somebody within 4 hours. But seeing that how far he
Right.
come from never ridden before to being super intimidated. Because just to be honest, there's when you first get on a bike, especially as you get older, it can be intimidating. Um, but to
Hmm.
see him, dude, I can hear him scream through his helmet, laughing and giggling. He's yeah, 30 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour. But as he's coming around the neighborhood, you can just hear him screaming in his helmet. And I was laughing. It was absolutely amazing feeling. You know,
Yeah,
Good
that's an
stuff,
awesome
dude.
feeling.
It
Seeing
is.
people live, get happy.
It is. It is. So now that we are halfway through 2025, you got you said it earlier, 5, 6 races left in your region for your national.
Um, so I've got so far it's the only pro national I'm doing next weekend. I fly out next Wednesday, and then the week after that, oh, there's one, two, three. I got 5 race weekends left, so 11 races. Well, 12 if you count the pro national, and then anything after that is not district or superior. It's just different different series if I decide to go do so. So yeah, we got 12 races left.
It's crazy how fast the year's gone. It seems like every year just goes by faster. As soon as the season ends, you're thinking about next year, you're getting on new friendships and sponsorships and all that good stuff to
Yeah.
uh to make it.
Yeah.
It's a never ending revolving door. It's constantly going like this.
Yep. Oh yeah,
So
you're constantly working. That's for sure. It never
100%.
ends.
And that hat you got on, the DOC is that a new friendship you got?
No, no,
Okay.
this is Doc Soda. I've been with them since 2017.
Nice.
They're probably one of my longest. Them and FXR. They came before FXR. FXR was a few months after. Yeah, yeah, long sponsor. They're a long time sponsor. So Um, yeah, shoot, almost 10 years.
Congratulations, my
It's pretty
friend.
crazy.
Dude, hey, but you know what? That just speaks volume of uh A, how fast you are, and B, how much they believe in you, Talon. You
Right.
know? I mean,
Yeah,
it's amazing.
it's all, yeah, all combination of things. And um I know they like the social networking I do for them and the advertising at the races. And like we do giveaways. Like I'll give away a case of soda. I got a cooler full of soda. People can come grab soda out of a cooler, have a nice cold dock for nothing. I just, hey, it's right there. They offer, that's what they like. So yeah, they're an awesome soda brand. I super appreciate it. I went down to their HQ one time because they're owned by Pepsi, and that was pretty cool. It's like, oh
Oh, I
wow, this is
bet.
kind of cool to see everything.
Right? Yeah, it's always crazy when
But
I get a new friendship on board and I got to sit down and do like a business meeting with everybody. It's like, what am I even doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, how did I get here? Why am I here? Like,
yeah, that's
yeah,
exactly it.
yeah. Well, why am I here? It's yeah, absolute. But you're there because you're meant to be there, and the legend that you are, and how fast you are, and what you bring, not only to DOC Soda, Doc Soda, but what you do for them too as well. As we all know today, now in our sports, how big social media and your post and all that also plays a major role into friendships and how much money they give you or how much they back you. Whether maybe they don't give you $5,000 or $10,000, but they'll be like, "Hey, we'll buy all your plane tickets, your hotels, and rent your cars for this season." I mean, that's big money right there.
Oh yeah, that's ginormous. Yeah,
So
that's
it's like
all things that go a long ways.
a long ways, but you don't have to buy, dude. You don't
Yep.
have to pay for flights, a hotel, or a car. Sign me up. I don't care about the money. Yeah,
Yep.
that's a lot of money right there. I'm in. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, that's what I'm looking for, man.
100%.
Somebody sponsor my full season of Moto America, fly around all the way around. Yeah, let's go. I'd love it, dude.
Yeah,
That's a dream, man. That is the dream, Talon.
that would
So
be the big dream.
my next question is, when are me and you going to meet in real life, man? I want to come watch you do a motocross race.
Shoot, man. I'll have to look and see if there's any races down by you. I'm just sure there is. Do you guys get snow?
Yeah, we get snow. Not very
Oh, you
much.
do?
We
Okay.
So when Rossi was 3 or 4, there's our last major snowstorm. Since then, we get like maybe an inch or 2 or 3. It's not much. It's not like it used to be. But technically,
Oh,
we do
okay.
get a little snow.
Shoot, yeah, we'll have to link up and um see if there's a race down there, or you're more than welcome to come up here anytime. We'll room and board you and full VIP experience.
Same
Or
for
we
you,
can
my friend.
go to Canada. Go to Canada. I know you got a podcast with Joel soon, so
I do
shoot,
got a
that'd be cool to
podcast
have you up in Canada.
to do it live there. That would be awesome. Again, Joel, if you're listening to this, I need
Oh
a
man,
plane
that would be
ticket. Yeah, I need a plane ticket, Joel. I need. No, it would be cool. That's something that yeah, I mean, you could get on a three-way phone call and or a video chat, and that's what I do with all my friends when they want to do like a video message and all that. I'm like, dude, let me just send you a link and let's just sit down in the AC or wherever you're at and do it that way. But yeah, we'll work
heck
something
yeah.
out. It'd definitely be a lot of fun, man, for sure. Um,
Yeah, that would be a good time.
it's going to be a proper mega time, my friend, for sure. So yeah, 2025, you halfway through the season, second in points. Um, I feel that you'll win at least one race this season. And when you fly out to Canada next week, because you're flying out Sunday,
Wednesday,
Wednesday, okay. And you'll
yeah,
be out there
next
for a
Wednesday.
week, right?
I'll be out there till Monday. Yeah, Monday morning.
Okay. Yeah, and you're going out there obviously for a race, and you're going out there to step on that top box, my friend.
Well, that'd be a tough one to do. Those factory boys are gnarly.
But you learn a lot.
That'd be oh yeah. I come home and I'm just, that's one thing I like about racing nationals. My confidence is usually a little bit better because even if I don't do good, The tracks are harder. I learned something. It's always a lesson. So, but yeah, this is the first time I'm actually going early. So Joel's picking me up at the airport. We're gonna go test for 2 days. Cause usually when I've gone to race for him, it's been first time I went was on a Honda. I rode his Honda from a KTM. It was a complete disaster.
Complete different feel. You're like, what is this thing?
Oh, dude, I was so bad. And then what happened the next time? I missed 2023 because I couldn't get a plane ticket in time, or all the flights were booked out. 2024, I rode the Triumph, the bike I have now. Um, the first time I rode it was free practice that morning, and I felt pretty good on it. But he's like, no, he's like, this time you early. So now I got we have race bikes up there. I got a race bike up there, so all I got to do is I'm packing suspension and number plates. That's it. Everything else, I'm kind of excited to ride the bike because we're gonna go test for 2 days. Throw my suspension on it. We've got a whole bunch of different updates to the Triumph's got a whole bunch of updates to the bike, so that'll be cool. And then I get to bring that stuff home with me for my bike. So yeah, it'll be pretty cool. That bike up there will be faster than when I got it home. So that's gonna be exciting. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just excited. It's concrete start at that track. I'm pretty good at concrete starts. We have a lot of concrete starts at where I'm from. So yeah, if I can just get a good lap time into the show and then just get a start, I'm going all in. I got nothing to lose.
That's it. All in, baby. Let's go. And you said I'm flying with my front forks and your rear shock on the plane. How does that work, bro? Is that a check-in or a carry-on?
Check in. Yeah, there can't be the forks are good.
It's pressurized,
The
right?
shock has to be drained. Yes, it's pressurized.
Yeah.
It's gotta be released of it. But basically just right on the forks and the shock with tape, no gas, and it should be good. But because I asked my suspension guys about that, they're like, "Oh yeah, as long as it releases the pressure in there, it's just nitrogen, so it's not
Yeah.
anything crazy."
And
But
are you
yeah,
allowed to have
they'll
the fork fluid in it too, and the shock oil, or you got to drain that too as well?
yeah, yep, that's good.
Okay.
They the suspension guys I asked, they fly with suspension all the time, like they get no issues. So like, well, that's a plus.
Are you nervous? Is
So
this your
hopefully
first
I
time
have no
flying with
issues.
forks?
Yeah, suspension. I've never flown with suspension, so I am a little nervous. I ain't gonna be there, and I'm gonna be on stock suspension, but we'll make it work regardless.
I love it.
So
Yeah.
the boys at MX Tech, they hooked me up real extremely well this year. They've been they've been awesome. I was on some prototype stuff, and now they got stuff available to the public now, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I get to do some cool. I get to test for them, which is pretty cool. So testing different different shocks. Um, I haven't got their. They make a blackjack fork, which is like their 8 kit fork. We're waiting on lugs. Yeah, I think we're waiting on lugs, and then I get to test those, and those are cool because my standard forks on the Triumph, they're KYB forks, but they're 48 millimeter diameter, and they don't have any coatings or anything. Where the blackjack fork, um, I have the blackjack internals in my stock fork, which is pretty cool. So I got the internals, but their actual blackjack fork is 49 millimeter diameter. It's got um, coatings on the lower fork tube. It's got what's that fancy term? The upper forks are I can't think of the fancy term, and I know the term so well.
I do it
Um,
all the time. I'm like, I know this. I said it 5 million times.
I've said it 5 million times. Their upper
Forget.
fork tubes they're coated in something else. I forget what it is, but I think they're titanium. You get titanium axles.
Nice.
The lugs, I think, are yeah. The whole thing is just sweet. It's super light. It's a spring fork. Their fork is just as light as an air fork from KTM. And the air forks from KTM are really light, but they have all the coil springs inside them, so they're pretty cool. I'm
Did
excited
you
to try those. So I get to go test those in a couple months.
did you speaking of the KTM real quick, did you like the air fork setup on those bikes? Did it give you or do you like the conventional spring and oil?
I like spring. Yeah, the KTM forks aren't bad. I think as long as you set them up, they're pretty good. I just don't like that they're not. It's not a consistent feeling. So I I spent the money on. I had cone valve forks, which is KTM's A kit fork. I had two sets. I had spring and air, and the air was good, but it wasn't as good as the feeling as the coil spring. It wasn't as consistent.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I feel you on that, man. We don't have air forks in motorcycle racing. Not yet. I'm sure it's probably coming one day, right? For sure.
Ever?
I no, no, not in road racing. It's always
Uh-huh.
oil and air gaps and all that good stuff. Do you guys run an airbag or air vest in motocross?
That's just started coming out. Alpine Star makes one now. I don't have one personally, but yeah, they're pricey, but they are
Yeah.
coming out. Um, yeah, it's like as soon as it senses an impact, it blows up.
Yep.
I guess that's what you guys have in road racing, right?
Absolutely. Now, so last year, obviously, when that air vest first started coming out, you could still do 5 Moto America race events and not have an air vest, right? Still a normal one piece suits like I have back here in the background that are not air vests. But now this year they made it mandatory that every competitor that races in Moto America must have an air vest suit. Um, do you foresee that coming in motocross too or supercross?
Mm, maybe down the line, yeah. I I could probably see it. I mean, it is very cool technology. I think that's definitely going to save people from major injury. I mean, it's so easy to get hurt on a road race bike and moto. When you crash, you're probably going to get hurt regardless, nine
Yeah.
times out of 10. So I can only imagine at the speed you guys go, because that's the one nice thing about racing and moto is, yeah, we fall on dirt or sand. Yeah, it's not flat, so that part sucks. It's pretty easy to get hurt, but when you guys crash in road racing, you high side. That's one. I always thought about that when if I ever race road bikes, concrete is or asphalt is not forgiving. That looks like it hurts extremely bad.
As we get younger in life, I don't call it getting older. We don't bounce or roll as good as we used to, right? So yeah, it hurts.
No, no.
But the flip side of what you just said though, but we're not doing triples and doubles and getting 80 feet in the air, none of that stuff either, right? Um, the speeds are
Mhm.
higher, but we're also closer to the ground, I guess, so to speak. Sometimes when obviously we crash versus the motocross guys crash. Um,
Yep.
yeah, so it's a double edged sword, no matter which way you look at it. You know what I mean? Um,
Oh yeah.
the the helmet technology to me, I seem like is going to be the next big step in racing. Period. Is helmet
Yep.
technology because just to be honest, it's been basically the same shell, rosin, Kevlar, whatever it is, design since they pretty much made them. You know, now we got air vest and um, I know one thing that I do like. Let me ask you this, Town. As far as is in your sport, um, how do they handle concussions in riders? Because I know in BSB, one thing that I really love about British Superbikes too is if a rider at a race weekend is deemed with a concussion, they're automatically out for 2 weeks, no matter what. It's not even a question. Um, is that something that you guys do too as well?
Locally, no. Um, but you go to a pro race, yeah, they're like I know when I did my AMA, when I got my AMA pro license, um, you had to take a test pretty sure it's a concussion protocol test. You have to take it and pass it in order to get your license. They're super strict in AMA about that. When you go to Canada, they're pretty strict about it. They'll say in riders meeting, if you got a concussion, then 2 weeks, or is it 2 or 3 weeks, and then you have to have a doctor's note say, hey, you're released. But when you go to a district race, they're not super strict about that, which I think they probably should. But they got so many racers that most of them are kids that I don't know. It's just there should be something in place. I don't think there should be an excuse for that.
Yeah, 100%, man. I agree. I mean, yeah, yeah. But, you know, they're doing better on that end for sure. So hopefully we'll see it.
How how is it in Moto America? Are they pretty strict about that?
If you got a severe one, yeah. But if it's like a little light one, I mean, this is the thing about concussions. Nobody really knows how bad it is because the extent of the injury don't usually show up for weeks on end later. I mean, let's just be honest. Like
Right.
boxers, you get in the head so much. A lot of them have issues after they get out of it, even at a young age, just because of the force head trauma they get, right? And it's
Right.
something that they can't monitor right then and there to see how severe the injury is going to be or how long it's going to take to, um, I don't want to say heal itself, but not be concussed, I guess, right? But yeah, I mean, I've seen riders even at club racing hit their head pretty hard and get up and just be like, you're like, yeah, he's definitely got a concussion, and 2 hours later, get back on the bike and get back to it, So
Oh yeah,
yeah,
we're not all there in the head.
no, we're all a little mental for sure,
Yeah,
110%. But it's all the same love for
100. Yeah,
the same two wheels, right? Whether it's motocross,
correct.
ice rating, flat track, it don't matter. It's all the love for the same sport. So, which is amazing, man.
Yep.
Absolutely. Listen, Talon, man, this has been a lot of fun. We're coming up on an hour on this, man. I'm gonna end this here shortly. I'm gonna go cook some dinner and get to the weekend festivities. We got a birthday party we got to go to tomorrow, and a couple of my friends went out of town, so I got to go take care of two dogs. I got to go to two houses and let two dogs out and all this good stuff, feed them, and yeah, all that good stuff. But listen, Talon, stay on with me when I end this because me and you, my friend, we're going to schedule our part 3. We're going to stay on track and listen. Good luck next weekend. So if anybody's going to be out there in Canada where Talon's going to be at, please make sure you stop by the Coastal Moto MX team. Get a picture, get an autograph. You got any shirts or hats or anything for sale yet?
Not yet.
Bro, we got to work on this.
I
We
know.
got,
I gotta
dude,
get on that.
bro,
I know.
leave some stickers.
I gotta get some stickers. I know. I gotta get on the merch side of things. I gotta get that going. I was going to last year, and I don't know what happened, but I do need to get something.
Life, that's what happens. We know what happens.
Life happened.
Listen, I feel you, man. I got people reach out all the time. Dude, you got any more shirts for sale? I just don't. I just don't, man, have the money to buy any extra shirts right now. But it is coming. I am gonna buy shirts. Stickers are more achievable, feasible. I use Sticker app and damn it, man, I forget the name of another app. I'll have to look and I'll send it to you. They're fairly cheap. I mean, they're not that expensive. Though, what did I get? I got like 120 stickers or
Damn.
220 stickers for like $60, I think, or something like that. It's less than $1 a piece. It's good advertisement to give away, take them to the track. Actually, that's my son's job when we go to the track. Here's some stickers, go hand them out, right? So we was at Cycle Jam at
Yep.
Road Atlanta a couple weeks ago. There's not even 300 people there in the whole paddock or anywhere, right? So I said, look, Rossi, this is 300
Damn.
stickers. I expect some back. Next thing, 20 minutes later, okay, I exaggerate. It might have been an hour later. It wasn't that much longer, it seemed like. He comes back, he says, I ain't got no more stickers. And I'm like, I'm looking around. I was like, I gave you 300 stickers. There's maybe 120 people here. He's like, yeah, I gave everybody one. Then I just went back through and was just like, here, take another one, take another one. Here you go, here you go, here you go. Which is awesome because I go through the paddock and my stickers show up on bikes and trailers and all that. So yeah, it's an honor, man. It's good. But I'll send you the links to it. You design it, you upload
Yeah,
your logo or
definitely.
whatever, and yeah, they take care of the rest. And you can pick out what design you want. You want a circle one, you want a square one, whatever, vinyl, blah blah blah,
Hmm,
that good stuff. So
I'll have to look into that.
yeah, well, I'll send you the link, my friend. And yeah, listen, I'm gonna let you in the podcast, but before I do that, uh, before I let you do the mic drop, is what I'm gonna call it now. I just got to give a big thank you to everybody that likes and watches this podcast. I got a lot of people that like it, but I need everybody that likes it and watches it to hit that subscribe button for me. That bells and the whistles and all that good stuff. It helps me out a lot and it's much appreciated. Without every single one of you watching it and liking and sending me all these messages, I would not be sitting here doing what I'm doing. It's because of you guys and girls is the reason why I'm here. And I just want to say thank you so much. It's nothing but love to every single one of you. I don't know why the heart emoji didn't come up. It usually comes up, but boo on that end, right? But anyway, big shout out to all my friendships that helped me a long way and all my friends and family that believe in me. Next Level Financial, BisonTrack.com, Chef Eats, TST Industries. Everybody always asks Talon where I get my beanie hats and my caps and my soft shell jackets. You guys can go to clothingkings.co.uk. At the top of the screen, they'll say partnership. Click on partnership and bam, pin the gas. There you go. Um, Big shout out to SFL Mini GP, Jersey, and South Florida. That's where all the future legends of road racing is coming out of. Of course, we got Apex in California. I can't forget that one either. But if anybody, I know they got a big event coming up. You guys and girls need to go to miniusasbk.com and sign up. So all the kids listen to this, go tell your parents what website to go to, sign up, show up. What I love about their program, Talon, not only are they proper mega, all you do is register and show up. You don't need a bike, leathers, boots, gloves. They provide everything, right? They have coaches, bike rentals, the whole nine. So it's no excuses. Go out there, register, sign up, go have the most fun you're ever going to have. Big shout out to RD Racing and my man Jake Marsh out there. Congratulations, Jake, on your podium again, my friend. You are absolutely proper mega. Big shout out to Vet2 Track for all my veterans out there. I got a buddy named Jim Whitman that has a program called Vet2 Track. His whole motto is curing PTSD one lap at a time. It's an absolute amazing program. So again, that's VET2 track.com. Go sign up and have fun. Big shout out to Flying Eyes Optics for all your sunglass needs. Big shout out to 64 Degree Racing. Tate, my man, made me two custom undersuits. They're absolutely my most favorite undersuits all ever. And I tell people when you go to club race, track day, wherever racing you're going, please bring more than one undersuit. Matter of fact, bring more undersuits than you do have clothes and underwear because you can wear those home. Big shout out to venomsport.com. My girl Aliki, she made me this custom t-shirt. This is my favorite t-shirt. I absolutely love it. It's so light, it's breathable. I'm gonna order a bunch of them. But anyway, she makes undersuits too as well. Absolutely amazing. Um, Big shout out to tippingracing.com. So all my people out there in California that races CRA and all that good stuff out there, you guys go to Racer 411 program. Uh, the website is racer 411 at race/cra.com. They bring stuff to the track, man. They have undersuits, they have all that good stuff. So please go sign up and show all the love and support. I need everybody to go to roadracingworld.com and sign up and donate to the. I always say sign up, donate to the air fence. You ain't got to sign up, just donate. It's imperative that we have the air fences because if we didn't have the air fences in road racing or the corner marshal workers, big shout out to the corner marshal workers. Guess what, Talon? We're not going racing. So it's imperative that we have the air fences at all tracks, period, across America. So roadracingworld.com for that. Big shout out to my man Max Van racing at Laguna Seca. And on that note, to all my friends racing at Laguna Seca this weekend, nothing but love. I'm cheering for every single one of you guys and girls. Let's freaking go. Also on that note, Mallory Dobbs and Sonia Lloyd out there in World Superbike. Let's freaking go. Big shout out to BTR Build Train Race Program. Everybody knows I'm a huge fan. They are coming to VR. I cannot wait to show up and see all my friends there. And I can't wait to see every single one of you guys and girls there too as well. Big shout out to KYT Helmets, K-Tech Suspension, Ghetto Customs for all your body work. Chris Parrish is an absolute legend. I got 3 friends that make graphics for your cars, trucks, bikes. One of them is Dripping Wet. The other is REB Graphics. And the last one is GRG Gus Rodeo Graphics. You're not going to go wrong by ordering any from from any one of my friends right there. They're all absolutely proper mega. Big shout out to Woodcraft, Mark 10 Motorsports, Free Hugs Racing, Nicole Polyich Photography, Stick Boy Racing, Adrenaline Engineering, Pit Lane Moto, TBEX USA Experience.org. So I got to talk about them for a minute. Talon, this guy right here is a good buddy of mine, Michael. He has a program where he takes people that's been in accidents that are paralyzed from the waist down or have one arm or whatever, and they put you back on a motorcycle so you can still go out there, ride and race. It's an absolutely amazing program. So if you know anybody out there, anybody's listening that has a friend or relative that thinks just because of that they'll never be able to ride again, bullshit. TBEXUSA experience.org, sign up, go get back on that bike, go live again, go have some fun. Last but not least, big shout out to CW Moto. My buddy Chris owns that team in Moto America. They're racing super sport with my buddy Luca Allen. Let's go. Good luck this weekend, my friends. And yeah, Talon. I know that was a lot, man. I just sat there and talked for like 5 minutes straight, it seemed like. But the floor is all yours, my friend. Tell everybody where they can find you on social medias. The next two races you're going to go to, because not everybody here is going to be in Canada to see you, but also we're going to be back here and all that good stuff that goes along with it, my friend.
Yeah, socials are Instagram, Talon Hansen 328. I'm on LinkedIn, Talon Hansen. Facebook, my name. YouTube, I got to get that YouTube going because I stopped again. But Talon Hansen on YouTube. We'll get some sort of content going. Yeah. So yeah, like you said, next weekend we are doing the Canadian National Everglades in Moncton, New Brunswick. So I'll be going for that. The week after, I'll be racing Xmas in July, District 16 Superior Series, Valley Raceway, which is a track on the schedule. I'm good buddies with Eric. He'll be my primary sponsor for that race weekend. I'll be promoting him and his event coming up in August. It'll be the UP Two Stroke Championship and the UP State Championship. So super cool. Happy for him to come on board. And he's always been a big helper of mine when I was chasing Canadian racing full time. He let me come right out of his track. He would. He built a supercross track for me to practice on. So that guy's just been awesome. So yeah, Eric puts his heart and soul into that. So big shout out to him. But yeah, we'll be at Xmas. 2 weeks after that will be Range Motocross, which is in Houghton, Michigan. That'll be District 16 Superior Series. And then the UP State Championship at the end of August. And then it'll go to Pine Ridge in September for doubleheader and the championship finale. So lots going on, but that's where I'll be. Be more than happy to stop by. I'll have Doc soda to give out cold on those hot summer days. Yeah, anything you need, stop by. We're always a good time.
I love it, Talon. I love it. You said, yeah, we'll have soda and it's going to be cold just for you on the hot days. I love it. Let's go. It's awesome. Well, good stuff, Talon.
It's gonna
Listen,
be good.
it's always an honor to see you, my friend. It really is. Can't wait to sit back down with you, hear about the end of the 2025 season, everything that's going on in 2026. So you guys and girls stay tuned because that will be coming up. And yeah, man, listen, I appreciate it. It's been an honor. You go have fun this weekend. Go spend time with the family, and good luck, man, when you go racing in Canada and the weekend after that, man. You're gonna win. No pressure. I didn't put no pressure on you. Just smile and have
No
fun,
pressure.
baby. Yeah, no pressure. You got this,
That's all I
Talon.
can
You
do.
got this.
Yeah.
Let's go. All
Yes,
right.
sir.
On that note, we are out of here. We will see you guys soon. And Talon, is there anything you want to say for I end this?
That just big thanks for having me on, and obviously a big thanks to all my friendships, my big long term supporters, and we'll keep chipping away, and we'll get there.
Absolutely, you will, my friend. And on that note, you guys have a proper mega weekend. Make sure you tune in because MotoGP, World Superbike, and Moto America is going on. So, yeah, I'll be stuck to the TV. See you guys. Just stay on with me for 1 second, Talon. Let me end
Problem.
this.